Hey folks, it's the Red, getting back to the Crash Bandicoot 2 No Damage run. Next up is Crash Dash, which, interestingly, shares the same name as a power-up we'll have later in the series. Also interesting about this stage is that we're moving towards the camera instead of away from it. Remember another stage that did something like this? And also had dramatic music like this? Yep, it's the boulder chasing levels. I like how Crash occasionally looks behind him to see how close it's getting. Also, we are introduced to mines, which if you hit them, they'll slow you down and give the boulder a chance to catch up to you. So avoid those as best you can. If you feel the need to do so, use slide jumps to put some distance between you and the boulder. However, I find that Crash's normal running speed is usually enough to stay ahead of it. The boulder stages this time around are a lot more forgiving. I don't recommend doing a slide jump unless you know for sure where you're going to land. Usually the best time to do a slide jump is when you're going over a pit, because then you know you're going to land on solid ground. Whew, good thing it fell down that hole there. It almost crushed this well-hidden crystal. Okay, it's bonus time. This one looks very similar to the one from Hang 8, except it's missing the cool music. Everyone, I am standing on thick air. That is all. And we have the traditional hit the one-up out from between the two TNTs. And I'm going to go ahead and do a speed up through all this crate bouncing. You're welcome. Alright, and now it's time for the tricky part of this race. We're now introduced to speed pads, which will definitely help us get ahead of the boulder. And we're definitely going to need to, because we need to put as much distance as we can between ourselves and the boulder so that we have the most amount of time in order to break the crates at the very end. See, there will be some crates behind electric fences, and we only have just enough time to get them spun. This boulder won't take them out either because it will just bounce right over them, like so. Okay, almost there. Oh, man, that was close. But I think we got it. Yep, there's our gem. Let me tell you, that last part is very difficult, but we are through. And we are a success with the crystal and the gem. Commence Crash Dance! And a transmission.
Listen up. We are not without enemies. Some of them you may even recognize. Although they cannot harm you inside this warp room, they can attack you on your way to the next way. To get to the next warp room, use the platform that appears in the center of the room. Good luck.
Alright, and we will be sorting that out in the next part. For now, we're going to have a look at Crash Dash outtakes, and next time we're going to find out what happens when you go to the center of the warp room. So, I'll see you then. Next up, we're going after Crash Dash. Crash Dash. Words! What's that sound? Oh god, it's a rock! Run away! Oh yeah, so we have boulder... Oh my god. Oh, I didn't time it right! Ah! Well, that was a Wampa explosion, if ever I saw one. But if you really feel that you need to put some distance, slide jump into pits. Awesome! They can be a little dicey to go... Oh. But yeah, if it gets too close, you can also do slide jumps to put some... Wow, what did you do, Momentum? Break them out quickly and... Oh! Darn it! We need to put as much distance between ourselves and the... Well, not if I do that. But for this last part, we're going to want to put as much distance between ourselves and the boulder as we can so as to maximize the amount of time we have to fall in pits, I guess. Quickly get the spun, and then keep moving. Oh, didn't make it. Behind some electric fences, and we only have... Wow! That was probably the dumbest death yet! I meant to do a slide jump, but I hit the jump button first! Ah!